Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all honorable dignitaries and participants according to their locations and time zones. This is Sri Kumar Swami College, Ausa, which is in district Latur, state Maharashtra. The college, Sri Kumar Swami College, Ausa, is affiliated to Swami Ramanand Tirth Marathwada University, Nanded. The international conference has been organized by the college, and the topic of today's international e-conference is Make Energy Your Ally. The college undertakes number of innovative activities for the enrichment, enhancement, and upliftment academic, especially of students, researchers, teachers, intellectuals, academicians, and knowledge seekers. The activity of World Record Webinar Series, national and international conferences has been conducted with the purpose of exchanging knowledge among the intellectuals. The activity is going on very smoothly without any interruption, and behind it, there are a lot of efforts, incessant, continuous efforts of the principal, Dr. Betkar sir. We, the organizing committee of this international conference, also do enjoy the strong moral support of our patron institution. At the outset of this international e-conference, I welcome Honorable Principal Dr. M. Betkar sir as the chairperson and presiding authority of today's international e-conference. Today, I feel immense pleasure to introduce the honorable dignitary who is among us to enlighten and enrich on the topic Make Energy Your Ally. I welcome you, ma'am, on behalf of Sri Kumar Swami College, Ausa, and the organizing committee of International E-Conference. I know the preciousness of the time of honorable dignitaries, participants, and delegates. So I do not want to remain in between the honorable speaker and audience. So on behalf of the organizing committee, I request you, ma'am, to start your keynote speech and presentation. Please, ma'am, welcome.
Thank you so much for your introduction. Much appreciated. So let me start with asking you all one question, and I would like you to put a 1 in the chat box if you agree that energy, our energy, is actually something very relevant in everything we do in life. If you agree with this, please put a 1 in the chat. And then I will come to the second question, where I see that this is the interactive part where you actually get to participate to raise that energy that we will be talking about. So the second question I would like you to think about, and if you agree, put another 1 in the chat box, is whether you think that if you improve your energy, you can actually improve your life by doing so. So these are 2 questions that I've been asking myself a lot, considering that everything is energy, right? Like we hear it in science, we hear it everywhere around us. So what is energy? Are we just talking about the energy that feeds the light or the computer that I'm using? Well, that is one type of energy, and the energy that we maybe in India talk a lot more about than here in Europe is our own energy field, our chakras, our meridians. How do we work? And the reason why I call this making energy your ally is because we all are interacting with our energy. We all are creating our energy field as we go about our daily life. Whether we do one thing or another, it's contributing energy. Whether it's an energy that we enjoy more or less depends on our choices, right? So when I started really actively focusing on this, I started realizing that we are all connected. Like you're now in India or I'm in Spain right now, but I live in the Netherlands and I'm connected to everything, right? We have the internet connecting everything, and energy is just like the internet, except that we don't need, well, we are the computer with the internet, so we are constantly connected with everyone. And this connection is something that if we don't pay attention to, it will affect us a lot without us controlling what is happening. So I would like to invite you about thinking like, how can we control what is happening to our energy field? How can we actually empower ourselves to own that energy? And like I said, like it's an energy that we cannot see, right? But while we cannot see it, imagine that there is a lake, and in this lake there is water, and you have a stone, and you will throw this stone into the lake. And as the stone touches the lake, there's a lot of ripples that are coming out, right? And these ripples, like we are the stone, I'm the stone, you're the stone, and we are constantly falling into the lake, creating these ripples that go out all around us. So if I come to the office one morning in a really, I don't know, maybe I'm just in a very bad mood. Maybe something happened to me. Maybe I'm just in a really crappy mood. And I come in and you will see already and you will feel that my energy is not as good as it's normally. But you might not know why, but you might feel that your energy is also maybe going down a little bit. The same if I come in the morning and I'm happy and everything's going well, you will also feel that. And you will also feel like, okay, this is having a positive effect on me. So these are the things that are very obvious sometimes when we pay attention to them. So what happens is that we are very quick in realizing when someone else's energy is high or low. But do we realize when our own energy is high or low? Quite often, we don't necessarily realize it because we're so caught in our own daily things that are happening, right? So when I say making energy our ally, I say paying attention to that energy that is in us and paying attention to what it is that gives us positive, high frequency energy, and what is it that takes away from this energy, that is draining me, that is letting me frustrated or apathic, or there's so many types of it, right? Like it's sometimes difficult to put it into words, but we all feel it. And if we actively seek to impact our energy, then we have an incredible tool at our hands, because if we don't actively do anything, things happen for us. But if we realize that we actually can do things with our energy by simply being aware, everything shifts dramatically. Exterior influences will not have as much impact on me anymore, because I'm realizing, okay, this is happening outside of me, and this is how I choose to react to it. And this is what I see very often in my work, where, I coach people like to get out of toxic relationships. That's what I do for a living. But what I really enjoy most of it is the energetic aspect of it, because there's so much that we can do here in our mind. And yet there's so much happening that is in the subconscious, that is in our energetic field. To just put a little anecdote here, yesterday and today, I'm doing a 2-day training in energy reading. And it was fascinating to me that I have never done energy readings for anyone. But with this technique, I could, at the first approach, already say a lot about a person without knowing the person. So your energetic field, it carries a lot of information. Some information from this life, some information from past lives, from past events that are still affecting us in this life. And the more we start working with that, so what I noticed, the reason I'm telling you this is because in my work, what I see is that people want to go somewhere and they have very clear where they want to go. Let's take my case as an example. I was in a toxic relationship and I wanted to leave that toxic relationship. For me, it was very obvious that I wanted to leave that relationship. However, I wasn't able to get out of it. There was something always bringing me back to the same circles. Like it was like a never ending. And no matter how clear it was for me, it took me 3 years until I got out of that relationship from the moment I was really certain that I wanted to get out. So what was happening? What was happening is that I consciously wanted to do one thing, but there was so much happening subconsciously. There was so much happening in my energy field that was contradicting what I was trying to achieve consciously. And then I met my business partner, Noeli, and she was amazing, not just in coaching me and understanding me, but she also started to inform me about things that I didn't know, like my energy field. And she started working with my energy field. And that's what I noticed when things started to really shift. I was like, from all the, let's say that before I wanted to leave and I couldn't because of shame, because of guilt, because of feeling alone. I don't know. There were so many feelings playing for me, right? And addressing them from the energetic level suddenly took away so much that was not mine anymore. I mean, it was still mine in my energy field, but I didn't need it anymore because that was already part of the past. So working with my colleague, we removed all the baggage that wasn't necessary anymore. That was also, a lot of it was not from this lifetime. And we started aligning things on the energetic level, cleansing all the energy field, removing everything that didn't serve me. But what we also did is work on the energetic level with my partner, who in this world, in this 3D world, he wasn't wanting to work on anything. He didn't want to collaborate with anything. He was really like not participating. But on the energetic level, on the quantum level, where we were working, he was very much interested in participating. And why is that? Because when we remove the ego and we remove the limitations of our beliefs of this lifetime, and we go directly to the soul level, to the quantum level, when we work on this aspect, things suddenly start moving because everyone wants the best for everyone. There is no, all this competition, all these feelings of fear or whatever it is, they just disappear. And he collaborated very well on that level. So I was able to speak to him about my feelings and why I needed to leave this relationship on the energetic level. And what happened on the physical level where we are is that everything balanced out. It was really like, it got like from a roller coaster that was like this, we went to a roller coaster that was like this. And something I was trying to finish in 3 years, I suddenly was able to finish in 3 months. And something that if I had finished it any earlier would have ended up with a huge drama and God knows the consequences of that. It suddenly went very harmoniously and very peacefully. Him realizing that he needed to be on his own and me realizing I needed to be on our own. Peaceful and harmonious. And this is when I realized, this is incredible how many of us are struggling on a daily basis because our energy is not our ally. It's not aligned. Like our conscious ideas and goals are not aligned with our energy field, with our subconscious. And this is why we struggle so much on so many occasions. So this energy, when we clear it, when we open it up, when we protect it also, we interact daily with so many people, right? Like I'm now here with you guys, and you are probably in an office somewhere, and there's so many energy fields constantly interacting. Remember that stone that we throw into the lake? Remember those ripples? They're constantly interacting. They're constantly interacting like this. So I'm a very sensitive person, and if you feel very sad and are close to me, I will feel that you're feeling sad and I will be thinking of you and I'll probably even call you. And this might have happened to you as well, that you think of someone suddenly, and you feel like you need to call them, or you feel like they're not doing well, or you simply want to talk to them, and then maybe they call you. Or maybe you call them and they say, "Yeah, I was just thinking about you, and I needed your help," or this or that. So this connection is always there. And when this connection is there and we are aware of it, we are incredible at moving things together. Like when we align the energies of ourselves in the first place, and then at our workplace, in our teams, in our families, with our partners. It doesn't matter really where, but it's all about aligning these energies so we can actually be stronger together and support each other and thrive together, instead of getting distracted, confused, and down a line that doesn't help us. Like, there is a lot of energy. Also, another part that I wanted to mention, and it just came to me, like, there's not just the interaction between our energy, so our thoughts. Like, my thoughts impact my energy, and my energy then impacts your energy. That is one thing. But also, when my energy is low, or in general, there's not just my energy and your energy. There are also a lot of energetic beings out there. Some we call nature beings, like elves and things like that. And you may or may not believe in them. It doesn't really matter, because they exist one way or another, right? They don't care so much about us. They do their thing. But there are also energies, and we call them inorganic energies. And these energies, they will leech on to those people that have a low energy. So if I, for example, and I notice this regularly, so if I allow myself to go down into an energy that is like complaining, negative, like not happy, and like, I don't know, it's going lower and lower, or I might be very sad or whatever for some reason, there's a part of me doing that because I'm getting upset about something or because something happened. But beyond that, I noticed that there are other energies that feed of the negative energy. So whenever you are doing something and you think like, this energy is not mine, it could, like, most likely it is actually not yours. It is a combination of your energy and other energies, whether it's people around you, whether it's inorganic energies taking advantage of a low energy. So there's so much going on that we're unaware of. And I think in India, you're more aware of these things, much more than here in Europe. And I will be curious to hear your thoughts in a moment when we open up the floor for everyone to hear your experiences about this. Because, like, what I noticed since I learned to protect my energy field, like really deciding who gets to interact with my energy field and to which level, I notice I'm much more stable in general, and I don't have so many contradictory feelings and so many contradictory moments where I don't understand what's going on in myself. So it's about creating the consciousness to make the energy our ally, make our energy our ally. It's really creating that consciousness that we're never really alone in the energetic field, and unless we do something actively to really make the best of it and protect it and honor it and share it with who we want, unless we do something consciously with that, there is a lot happening for us unconsciously. And this unconscious happening is what I would like to help people prevent, because let's face it, it's not nice to be in doubt. It's not nice to be in negative emotions longer than we need to. There's always a positive aspect to a negative emotion, right? Like, there can be a learning. There can be, it's usually related to a development that we need to go through. But how long do we need to stay in that emotion, right? So if we are not aware of how much influence we have in that and how much other energies take advantage of the position of what's happening, if we're not aware of that, we may just think that, well, due to this thing happening to us, we are now sad for 3 days. But maybe due to this thing happening for me, I would be sad for 1 hour, and then I would be looking for solutions if I was more aware of how much impact I have with my thoughts, protecting my energy, cleansing my energy field regularly, cleansing my house. And I think in India, this is also something you do regularly. Here in Europe, we are starting to do that more often, and people are becoming more aware of it. But I'm very curious to hear your thoughts in a moment about that. And yeah, this is, I think, the most important aspect of this. And if it's okay with you guys, we can already go into the interactive part, because I could continue talking about this, but I think I said the most important part. And if you're happy to switch to the interactive part, I would be very curious to see what questions come up, what thoughts, what insights are happening on your end. Does anyone want to contribute, ask a question, say something?
Hello, good evening, Dr. Bedkar sir, Principal sir, Prashant sir, and I think it is good afternoon for you over there at Spain. Yeah. So a wonderful presentation you have made, and definitely, everyone carries energy, and how to utilize it and where to utilize it, it is in our hand. So it's like an instrument, right? I'm having a scissor. I can use it to cut something and spoil something, but the surgeon utilize it in a proper way and can save the life of a person. So same thing with the energy. So I think this energy is really one of the very, every cell, unicellular organisms also works with the energy. So the mitochondria are considered to be the factory to create this energy. And ATP, what we call is, right? So I belong to medical field, so that is why I'm using these terminologies. Definitely there is a difference between the dead body and the living person. And what is lost is every organ, every cell, every artery, everything is there. But what is lost, that is the energy, what I feel. So that energy is very important. And another very important rule, what we are knowing, that energy neither be created nor be destroyed. So I think everyone carries this energy. Some people are using it to the maximum level. Some people are using it, to the limited extent. And yes, definitely some people are using it for such a great work for the humankind. They are using it. And some people may be using it for something else. So it is in our hand to, have this kind of energy. But this energy really is a kind of it creates so many things. It promotes us. We get what is terminology is known as proactive. The person become proactive with the energy. So definitely this energy is wonderful topic you have taken, and we should make the energy as ally, and that is the topic of today. So wonderfully placed in front of us. Thank you very much for such a wonderful presentation you have made. My very important question is, when we are, the human body, means the person dies, so where this energy goes then? That is one of the question. And you had given a beautiful example of that stone and ripple, and we are the stone and we can create the ripples. And I think every ripple has a potential to create another ripple. I think, and that is how it goes, Matt. It moves, from one ripple to another ripple. So I think we should carry that positive energy with us. And this positive energy then goes to everywhere. So thank you very much. A wonderful presentation you have made. Only one, my question is, as a scientific person, yeah, we should think, where this energy really goes. Some people call it as a spirit, some people vital force, some people call it as something. But then where it goes, energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. So where it goes, that is a big question then. Thank you very much. Please comment on what I said. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, I very much agree with everything you said. I mean, energy is everywhere. This is the life force, right? And I think it's a great question. Where does it go? I also don't have the answer to that. I can just say what my feeling is, and my feeling is that it transforms. That we leave the physical part of it behind, and the rest. Well, the rest is invisible, right, to us. But I think it's simply, maybe it goes to a different dimension. I think there's many dimensions, and we are in this dimension, in the physical one. But I think it transforms. So it transforms, like just like water goes to gas. I think in this case the energy leaves the body and ascends to dot dot dot. I don't know.
Yeah, perfectly said. And in a Hindu philosophy also, we are having, that we when we die, we go into Pancha Tattva. Pancha means five elements we are getting absorbed, like, the soil and the air and other aspects, water. So we get, mixed with them. But the question remains there. Really, that is one of the very research question what we had to work for, right? Where this energy goes there. And it must be, what I feel, that aura of that person always remains, even person leaves this earthly world, but still that, what I feel, that aura always remains and that energy surrounds us. Thank you. We can feel our parents if they are not there,
Yes.
right? Yeah, thank you very much.
I think the energy just becomes more free. I call it a spirit or soul. And like my dad passed away 6 months ago, and I still like he's here. Like he's here right now. I cannot see him, I cannot hear him, but I can feel him. Like
Yeah, we can perceive and we can feel. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Because of our sensory organs, we try to learn our world with the sensory windows. Eyes, nose, ear, and there must be something beyond these sensory organs also. So thank you very much, ma'am, for your wonderful explanation.
There are, of course, the extrasensorial abilities as well, right?
Yeah.
Like some people have clear cognizance or clairvoyance or clear audience. Yesterday, the training I'm doing, and today I will be doing it again, was all about tapping into these senses, and being able to see something that's going on with someone that you have just met. And actually, I will be providing free energy readings in the coming weeks to practice, because I was fascinated by what I was able to see in the first reading and in the second reading. Like I have never done this before, and like like for me it didn't make sense, but for the other person it made a lot of sense. So
I
over
read
the
I
coming
read somewhere there are two environments, one is external, the universe. It extends what we know up to universe, and the internal environment, that is the human body. So that energy is there in both the external and internal environment. Thank you very much, ma'am. Wonderful presentation.
Thank you so much. Yeah, maybe quickly going into what you just said, like using sound for energy. I think that's such a powerful way to impact our energy, right? Like if we hear high frequency music, it's very difficult to remain in a shitty mood. But also, if I'm in a very good mood and I hear, I don't know, some of these musics, like I love most music. And depending on my mood, I listen to one or the other. But there is one type of music that I really, it makes me go into a very negative energy. And that's this type of music where they're shouting all the time. I don't know what's the name even, but they're just shouting at you. And I find that such a horrible music. Like my whole body just goes like, oh. So I think music is indeed an incredible tool, and really helping us to elevate our frequency and to remain in that high energy. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. Thank you everyone for being here and for all your wonderful support.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed being here with you today. Perfect. I have shared it, like I'm part of a community of like 300 speakers or something like that. So I've shared your invitation there because I think it's a great opportunity for anyone to just practice and engage and just go for it. So thank you for providing this platform. Thank you for doing this work because I know it's not easy. I know it requires a lot. So good job. Thank you again. Okay, perfect. Then I leave, right? Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for being here. Keep up the good work.